Wait, what? What? What did I do differently? After I fixed the machinery, I came up here and these didn't do squat. What the heck? Am I crazy? I swear I did that in that order. Pushed it down first? Maybe? Maybe it was like a circuit breaker. Maybe I had to flip it, shut it down and shut it back up.
I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
I don't like the sound of that. Does that mean he's sending the monster after me? Night, everyone. Head to bed. Night, Flute.
Ah, you again. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
God. Am I gonna fish some monster out of the well? This seems like a bad idea. Oh, the meat! Chad, I bet this is for the... We're gonna fish something up, right? Oh, I like fishes because they're so delicious. Gotta go fishing. Except for when the DMCA has their way, it's a parody.
Copper.
I don't... Can't... You tried, Eternal. You tried. Thank you for the biddies. Picked up remains. Wait, I could have nibbled the meat off the bone. I just used that to nibble the meat off the bone? I am down to 2 flint and tenders. It's got snot too. Mucus, sir, mucus. Oh, this looks charming.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
I need a light. I'm going crazy. Is there a lantern in here? I don't know what this does. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loud. Oh gosh! The suspended woman cries hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Shoulders don't bend that way, chat. Great. Alright, well, my prize is PTSD. Oh, and then this thing would be tied to her feet to weigh her down. Jesus. Oh, piece of the orb, yes! Ew, I see bugs on the screen! Chat, it's not me, it's on your screen. It's in your house.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
I really don't like the look of this.
No, please. Do anything. Whatever you want. Anything. I'll do anything. I'm innocent.
Ratsmuck, I almost punched a hole in my screen. Oh, there's a dude in the cage. He's just hanging out. Is that monster or flashback? Hi!
7 months of Muklukness. Hope you continue with the scary games.
Thank you! Mukluk, Douglas, Bartholomew, Reginald Esquire, the fourth, this is John's Rand, Civils, the third, August, you Solid Slate, 93, back to the Bones on VIP Lounge, hope you enjoy your stay, T-Corpus, all the way, giveaways, every P6, you're shiny the edge. Ooh, okay. My ability to turn my character is getting increasingly poor. Oh wait, I think picking up the orb counted as progress, and progress makes you a little more sane. Muck, is this way past your bedtime? About 15 more minutes. So I think we've got 3 of the 6 pieces of the orb. Hang on. Oh, guys, I think the sticky tar is to hold the orb together. I wonder if that's what it is. You did that on purpose. Thank you, Mr. Ocaso, for gifting a sub from 70 hours here. String? Notes.
Copper.
Oh. Thank you, Flashy. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I cannot stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, preceded by presenting the form of torture you're about to apply, and then continuing with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. Oh my god. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, and then strike again. Yeah, I learned that from that Disney movie. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Oh my god, he makes them forget that they were tortured and does it again. Holy crap. This is some, like, messed up stuff.
Hype scam train.
Just a moment. So, usually, when I'm in here... Hold on, this is too bright. I'll read that in a second. Usually when I'm in here streaming, all the lights are on. In the hallway, outside, and the living room, which I can see down the hall. And I guess tonight, my wife decided to turn them all out before she went to bed. So I saw movement, and I'm hoping it was Chip and not the faceless monster with the no jaw, in the dark. And I had to go turn all the lights on, chat. I just turned all the lights on. I'm doing a little better now. What is this? It is you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. But there's little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Okay. A more appropriate workspace is needed before the tar can be applied. Okay. All right, I guess that desk is not the workspace. Do we do it at the spot with the orb? Black Eagle makes me think of Germany, or some cities exist in the area before Germany. Run, I'm scared.
How are things coming? You seem to have found all the orb pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Shut up. Things were going just fine before you said anything. Weyer taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion and a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Weyer claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Weyer told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I could find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. Is this a recipe of something I have to do? Hold on. To release Agrippa without killing him, he needs Paralyzer, Vitae... Okay, so that's the guy that's talking to me through the jug. Paralyzer, Vitae, and Tempter. Poisonous fungi is a paralyzer. If we can get an internal gland from a large specimen, the choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with proper tools. Vitae should be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tamter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. Oh yeah, because everything else was easy so far. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Cairn. When I lowered the bone into the well? You think? The mucus on the bone? I will have to address Weyer with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. The mucus on the bone. It's Tamter. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, woefully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away while I remain the same, aged not by time but by anguish. Is there an orb piece in here? Maybe not. Choir entrance. Almost midnight, chat. Perfect time to be playing this kind of crap! Door opened too fast for me.
15th of August, 1839.
Did that letter just bite me?
Blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions.
Ah, there's a...
No time
what?
to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Take the man, cut the lines. Take the man, cut the lines. Leave the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
This is, super messed up. I can't sprint. My character's moving really slow. He's super... I don't know what's going on right now.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly.
I'm not scared. I'm more disturbed right now. Like, that was more just like, Jesus, you know, oh my god, than it was scary. Rose petals, how romantic. Muck should play Five Nights at Freddy's. Although the jump scares would totally work on me, I have watched other people play that, so I know, like, the game. I would rather spend time on something where I, you know, don't know what's gonna happen. Yes! Outlast 2 is possibly the worst thing that's happened in my entire life, Constantine. That was awful. Like when I said, it's probably the scariest thing I've experienced. I can't control my character. Wait, now I can.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good?
I don't know where the monster is.
The service. It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this
Oh, God, I knew he was chasing me, but god damn.
lead with your selfishness.
Dude, I almost threw my mouse off my desk. Like, my arm jerked so hard, I just almost hurled it. Is it on your channel? It's on my YouTube channel. Exclamation YouTube, there's an Outlast playlist. Alright, I'm gonna try going left this time.
Copper.
Are we getting Amnesia on YouTube? Yes, eventually. I don't know if I need to... There was the one room with all the dingle dangles. I don't know if I need to blur that out. Honestly, for me, Outlast wasn't scary. Oh god. Is that an Iron Maiden? Yes, it is. It is.
Base of the arm.
I don't like that there's an option to possibly climb in here. But this is the kind of game where I might have to do that to progress. Okay, it's a flashback. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. The myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Oh my god. Alright, I took all lefts to get here. There should be 2 more fragments. At least it's not the Iron Bowl. They're both pretty bad. I hear the monster. Dude, what was this room called? A choir? Jesus Christ!
Love your content, much less than 3.
I love you too. Oh my god. Was Carl? Thank you. Oh my lord. What the hell is that? Not even a jump scare? Dude, should be possible to break open. Got a poison gland. Okay. That's for the doohickey potion. Somebody mentioned the iron bowl. Oh god, and it's a scream pipe. I know what these are. Is there a body in it? The trader did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of the fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tome. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Was Carl gifting 5 subs? Thank you, buddy. Oh my gosh. Let me get out of this blinding light. Mukluk, Douglas Bartholomew, Reginald Esquire, the 4th, the Sir John Festivals, the 3rd welcomes you. Kolvar, Panda said, Oinquark, Stevie, and the captain of the Bones off VIP Lounge. Hope you enjoy your stay. Groups all the way. Keep away every week. 6 years. DDH. Sorry for the scare. No, it's dude. It's a spooky game. It happens. It happens. It's okay. This sounds weird. No. So yeah, for any of you who don't know the story of these things. Oh hey, there's fragment 5. The story of the thing. I don't know. Was it Greece or Rome? I don't know. This was like a history thing. Like, they would put someone in this thing and then build a fire under it, and the bull gets hotter and hotter and hotter to the point where, like, just them on their hands and knees in the bull, any part of them touching the metal of the outside starts to burn and cook. And then, like, the smoke fills it, and, you know, they're coughing, and they try to get air, and the only opening is by the mouth, and there's, like, a horn inside. And they're trying to put their mouth on the horn, but, you know, that to get air, but that burns too. And then as they're screaming, the bull sounds like it's bellowing because of the echo. It's like super screwed up. And since then, it's been used in numerous spooky game story devices. Do I have to climb on this? Okay. I'm worried about that monster. I don't know where he's at. He's to my right. He's to my right. No!
The wheel is good for keeping your victim still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim.
I'm looking at this.
All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Again, this is becoming less... I mean, it's still got jump scares. And y'all still have jump scares. But this game is just becoming, like, effed up. That's 6 pieces. The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly but with intent, so the rope secured and bound his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The 2 men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Okay.